good idea to wait. I'm not convinced taking the light out of here is a good idea.
I don't think so.
It's better once it warms up. Imagine that.
Yeah. Oh, I found that I had a setting set on there that were wrong. When I changed it over to a different mode, and I touched the settings, killed the audio for some reason.
Okay.
Although it shouldn't have killed it, but whatever.
Real world, whatever.
Well, there's an option to do use your microphone, your mic off of your Bluetooth, like your headphones and stuff. And for some reason, I think that got triggered and it disabled the onboard.
Well, I suppose.
Even though it wasn't connected.
Can't have two sources at the same time.
Well,
Or maybe you
maybe
can.
you can, but for whatever reason, it killed it when it turned it on.
That's right. Ready for summer, it looks like.
Well,
Spring.
getting there. Either buying new stuff or getting stuff serviced.
Yeah,
or,
well, there's a lot in the service on it. That's a strange looking camper on that truck. I have no idea what the lights are doing, that's why I'm going to wait. Just like I thought, some sort of commercial thing. Did they pretend to put something on that a little bit?
What? The truck?
On those holes there. It's like they threw some soft stuff on it. It's already.
Maybe.
A monster a monster biscuit and a loaded burrito.
Anything else?
Nope.
That's all I see.
Thank you. I'm surprised the monitors are still functioning after it's been so cold and everything. I don't know if they got vents in them, or how do they keep out the moisture, or how do they handle the temperatures? It must have heaters in them, I would think.
Well, they're constantly on, so it's
Probably part of it, but you know, they had them on top of some of those, you know, up on the roof things, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
They might have a little internal heaters in them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then again, if they're LEDs, it won't really matter.
I don't know.
If they're LCDs, it might be liquid
Crystal display could freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. Much like, I feel like
Nothing-
running all the time. There's
Look at Crystal. Is that kind of out now? Like a mini LED.
like with the Crystal is, they still use it, but LED back displays are usually
The way to go now.
the display technology is changing rapidly.
And I have no idea how the new stuff works at all. I knew how the old analog.
I don't know. I was looking at some of
Cathode ray
the
TVs.
stuff they had at CES this year. It was interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I knew how the old stuff worked. I knew how to replace stuff on it.
Oh, you don't replace anything anymore. If it breaks, you're fucked.
I got that. I tried pulling that one apart that broke, and then after I took it apart, I was like,
And
"Wait,
that was old skin technology.
yeah, but nope. I don't know what Robert's talking about, and I wouldn't know what it looked like, and I wouldn't know how to do anything with it.
Maybe if you knew what you were doing, maybe if you had the parts, and maybe if you had all
You're
the
gonna
time.
need special tools to take it apart.
Well, yeah, you gotta take off. You gotta pry that thing apart,
without breaking anything.
and then get through the glue because there's a lot of glue holding crap together.
Yeah.
Without breaking the panel.
Yeah. Or any of the boards.
Well, that too. And then unsandwich this thing off. Then hope that it's an easy fix. But if it's not an easy fix, like, there's no. Honestly, I don't see there's a real solution to doing anything with those things.
Well, back in the day, you carried
Yes,
your
when
tube
they're big
cavity.
tubes, yes,
Yeah.
okay, yes, okay.
Your audio's bad, you replace the audio tube. Usually it'll fix it.
Maybe even the first LCDs, maybe you could have fixed some of that stuff, but now it's just like, it's so sandwiched together and so teeny. when the whole TV is slimmer than your thumb,
Yeah.
I don't see how you're really gonna get in there and fix a little teeny little diode crystal
Or
thingy
a
that's
capacitor like
yeah,
that or something.
yeah, little teeny capacitor, little teeny chip on a board. How you're gonna fix that
It
thing?
doesn't look like any capacitors I recognize.
Well,
as capacitors.
there's a new capacitor.
Yeah.
But one little I/O whatever thing breaks on the board,
You're
and
dead.
it's in a critical area that takes it out.
You're dead.
Unfortunately, it's just e-waste at this point. There's no hope of anything really.
Salvage out the copper, lead, and
No, they don't even do that much really anymore.
copper and gold. If there's any
Maybe.
solder, silver.
If you want to rip it apart, sure.
Well, chew it all up and then spit out what's left. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Well, people are realizing if you just dab it like that, it's easier on the card. I'm starting to do that. It is.
I know with the e-waste things, they were showing this one guy who went through. He bought a whole bunch of these broken phones off of Amazon or eBay. Huge
Right.
amount of like 500 or 600 of these ones just never worked.
Yep.
Got them for like $30 or something, or
For
$100 or something.
100 pounds.
Something like that. He went to one of these e-waste recycling places. They ripped it all apart, took out all the copper and the gold and everything else.
Silver.
And he got like almost $1,000 in gold.
How much did you have to spend to chop it
On the
all
road
up?
to the e-waste place, it was like $100.
So if you take it there, you can do it.
So he was out like $130, but we got like $1,000
So
in gold.
he's about 900 back. So
No, roughly, yeah. Depends where you take them to, I guess.
well, and how much volume? If they got the good machines, they can do it in volume.
We have one of those little these hydraulic machines that runs around like this and shreds anything you put in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just throw your phones into it and just chops them up in pieces. and then
Separates
take them
out the
to
plastic
yeah.
and glass.
Well, it rips the phone apart where you can get in to
Little
get
teeny
it.
fragments.
Yeah. It puts them on, takes them to a conveyor, and they melt down what they can melt down and what they can't melt down. You can recycle plastic.
You get the
If
right
you separate
type,
out the plastic into a pile, you can you can melt that stuff down.
And reform it, yeah.
Yeah, it can be used, sent off to be recycled.
You gotta have a lot of it to make it
Oh, yeah.
cost-effective.
Oh yeah, but you know. It's like those aluminum pop cans. If you have enough of them,
You need a lot, though.
well, yeah. It's like the time we used to go to a recycling place, you know, where people would bring in 100 pounds of, you know,
Aluminum, and you get
aluminum, and you get like $5 cents.
no, you would get like $30 or something
Pretty,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
and-
for
and they-
paper
and they
and
would bring-
cardboard, you get about
And they would
$1.
they would take that out,
Yeah,
you know, to some other place, you know, like hundreds of tons of this stuff.
yeah. Well, they compact it down in a big
Yeah.
aluminum brick size of the hood.
Mm-hmm. And then they take them off and they sell them
Melt
for
them
more
down,
money.
clean them up.
You know, I always thought they
Melt
were
them
making money on that. I didn't know that they weren't really.
Well, if they were making money, they'd still be doing it. They're not. So they were for a while.
Well, no, Calyx changed their policies.
Well, they were. You know, they got to make money. And then remember, it was like, which plastic do you take today? You know, type of thing.
Yeah, what was the good this week?
Yeah, right. Did keep a lot of stuff. Just on newspapers and cardboard boxes, it kept a lot of stuff out of the landfill.
Well, that's what they said with this new city thing, with this new recycling thing.
Yeah.
They said it was going to be all this wonders, and they were going to take it off. And well, here's the thing is like, when the Calyx was here, they actually paid you to bring your stuff in.
Yes.
Now you got to pay the city to haul this recycling stuff away,
So they can chop it up and sort
and then
it out.
resell it, or it ends up in landfill. We just don't know it.
That could be too. But they built a fancy barn
Yeah.
to do it, and you got to buy the
But you
extra
got
can.
to buy the thing, and you got to pay them to take it away.
Yeah.
And then, assuming they send it to replace the recycling places, then they take the profit of sending it to the recycling place. I'm like, so you're losing money.
What they're trying to do is save space in landfill.
Yeah, but you know, at least with when they had Calyx thing is, you got money back.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there was an incentive to bring your stuff in for recycling.
And they were making money.
There's
and
no
they were-
incentive to pay for the box, pay for the service, and pay for them to haul it away.
Right.
There's no incentive to do that.
Yeah. There.
So it's not going to end up in the landfill. Which is probably why the landfill's growing sizably.
Well, it's going to have to have a new one eventually.
Yep.
But they moved the gate, the scales, and everything else. That
Mhm.
had to cost a lot of money. And then
Yeah.
they put the Wonder building up to sort it out. I bet that's a fun job.
Mm-hmm.
Probably by hand, I would think. Maybe not. But if you can
Yeah,
get
it is what it is.
1,000 pounds of aluminum every week, then that might help defray the cost.
I don't know what aluminum's going for right now.
I have no idea. Or cardboard or newspaper.
I know some stuff is more expensive than it used to be,
Yeah,
so they might get more for some stuff.
don't know.
Gold's like, well, that's a funny thing is they were talking about gold just dropped,
Yeah,
which is odd when the economy that we're in right now.
yeah.
Are they artificially? I think they must be artificially.
I don't know. They're doing lots of weird stuff. You too. Thank you. Friday, so all the tax people will be there. So parking might be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dash 2 is up. K0AJW-2. Really? Did they turn dash? No, dash 1 is still down. Dash 2 is doing all the work. I don't know what I was thinking. Look at the traffic.
It's Friday.
I know. But I mean, it's not
10:30 in the morning.
you want to go to the lake today? I'm thinking not. It's going to have 50-mile-an-hour winds.
No, why? I wouldn't think those kind of people would be leaving till 5. There's no holidays or anything, so.
No, we're all through.
We
Done
just
with
caught
that.
the rush, I guess.
St. Patty's Day, Easter comes up at the end of the month.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day is probably next month, probably, I'm guessing.
There's the one tech people I was watching last night on YouTube were like, today is post Valentine's Day candy surge rush.
And flowers. You can buy discounted prices
Yeah.
now. I did buy Mom a few flowers. Set them up there where and their cat doesn't fool with them because they're nothing she likes. So.
Yeah, and that'd be dead in 2 weeks.
I wonder what they're going to, well, they're already dead, but to tearing that down and rebuild it, I'm not sure what it's
No idea.
Parky might be insane tomorrow.
Meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, they're doing the Saturday meeting at the.
I see openings. No, it's just
Double
the trailer
park.
isn't there.
Double park.
Yeah, the trailer isn't there. That's
Oh, there's a opening right there. We'll take that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy's trailer isn't here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it takes up about six spots.
I'll just slip it over there.
Yep. Apparently, we had a funeral and didn't know about it.
Oh.
I said, I haven't seen it. He said, well, I sent it. And I said, well, okay. Sorry about that. Must have missed it. He said,
Apparently, the other guy didn't know either. Don or
Milo didn't know.
Milo didn't
12:40 at Cornerstone. I said, okay, I'll have to check my stuff. But Dean said I sent it. I said, I'm not challenging you. I know you know what you're doing. I just thought I checked last
that was one
night.
of those 300 emails you got the other day.
Well, I look at it. I try not to look at my phone as much as I did because I spent too much time staring at the phone.
Like your computer. I was like,
Well, it could be there, but you're more likely to get me on the phone.
because when I updated your email thing, there's like 200 messages that came in.
On the computer?
I was like, I looked at most of them look like spam.
Yeah, most of them probably are. Probably have to go buy battery and bulbs to pick up some batteries for remote controls and stuff.
Yeah.
Should probably talk to the man too. It's one thing at a time.
Mom didn't think we had enough stores of food in the back there, and I was like, we have some.
We're sitting better than a lot of folks, so,
Yeah.
and the freezers are full.
Well, yeah, all of them are.
Yeah.
But she's like, well, your supplies of stuff being full is the difference. I'm like, I also am on a budget that I'm trying to work on too. I'm trying to rebuild a little bit of my reserves too.
Yes, you need to have some money.
I spend way too much money.
Yeah.
Way too much money.
Yep.
But everybody got something, so.
Oh, you didn't have to.
Well, so it is. Come the next Christmas, I have no idea what I'll get anybody because I think I've already gone through Every little potential thing.
Yep.
I can get everybody a power station. Hey, do you like a power station? I can't think of anything else.
Those power bricks are good though. The Rocket's good. Both of those are all good. Those small little or immediate sized blanket things, those are great. You know, you haven't bought anything dumb. Everything you bought has made a lot of sense. It's really been
research the junk out of it.
You know.
I'm probably going to pick up one more power station this year. Not sure what size, but I'll probably pick up something. Might be a small one, might be a medium size. We don't really have a medium size one. We have a large one. We have 2 small ones. Maybe a medium. We'll see. See what the new stuff comes out and what prices are. And the reviews, of course. I really like this one that Pecron brought out. It's a bi-directional charger with a USB, so you can hook a USB cable into it and charge the thing. If you don't have your solar or your AC or your DC plug-in thing. If you have a USB charger, you can just plug into there.
It'd take forever probably, but
well, it's only 100 watts in, but I mean, it's better. It's something compared to nothing.
Yep.
And I don't want to go with any more of these ones that have external chargers anymore. I want all the ones that are new now.
Well, it's easier if you just plug straight in.
It's all in. Yeah, you don't have the external brick.
Just an AC plug. Yeah.
Yeah, you just take an AC cord and plug it in the wall
and
plug it into
it converts it into whatever it needs.
Yeah, and you plug it into the rig. It's like the Blue Eddy I have does that. The little Jackery doesn't. It has its own external, and the big Pecron only has its external.
Pecron's a pretty big outfit.
Kind of. It's a medium-sized company, really.
A good size source of power, though. I was thinking about studying more, and I was going to take pictures of my wiring on the furnace and talk to Tom, but I looking at you can wire in a transfer switch just for the furnace only at the furnace, and I was looking at that going.
Does that require 220?
Nope. It won't operate the air conditioning. You just run the furnace. The idea is to set it up where you can run it off a generator or like the Pecron.
Because I have, well, that Pecron's only going to be, there's only a 2,000 watt max on the inverter. It won't go any higher than 2,000. It won't surge. Yeah, that's max.
They said they expect about 1,000 watts when it surges on the furnace. The start for the combustion. That's small. Yeah. It's only small amperage. It's when the squirrel cage motor kicks in. That's when it first kicks in. That's when the start capacitor picks up most. That's when your big surge is at. But
and I've looked at some more powerful generators. They aren't that big, really, actually.
Well, we don't need another generator. We don't need to have multiple generators, I don't think.
No, I was even just looked at one that was 5,500 watts.
Heavy.
So that's a little bit, but yeah, then once you place it and once you put it down, you're kind of moving it very often.
Well,
but some of them have wheels like the other one did.
Yeah. The Generac, the big natural gas ones.
Oh yeah, but
main transfer switch.
Those are you put it on a pad and you never move it.
Yeah.
Ever.
You plug it into a natural gas line. Then you don't worry about whether you got gasoline or not. You just have it start itself once a month. Make sure.
You just worry that there's not natural gas in the system.
Well, there's only so much you can prepare for, right?
Yeah.
Wing security at FE Warren, we had a small natural gas generator.
Okay, I need to take out the Jackery solar panel and play with it with that.
Probably not this time of year.
No, I'll wait till summer or spring or something. But I have that 100 watt Jackery panel, and I have that 200 watt Pecron panel. Might get another one, I'm not sure on the Pecron one, because the 200 watt solar panels are down in price. Like $229 or something.
Years ago, I was going to mount some solar panels either on the deck or on the south side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Started what if it, and I went, I don't like the what ifs on it. So. Back then, it was liquid acid storage.
Yeah.
Probably not my first. Probably not my first choice.
No, nobody uses that anymore.
Back in the day.
Don't they have like Renogy panels now that are like have like like an armored glass shell over them or something, so they can like take like hail hits and snow loads and stuff. Like they have like tempered glass armor or something like that.
The ones they had at base, the contractors had both solar panels and wind generator.
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting animal.
Yeah. I heard good things about wind, and then I was listening to some of the guys.
Not so good things about it.
Not so good anymore, huh?
Depends where you're at and what you need, what's available.
Yeah.
Our solar panel at the dash 2, all it has to do is provide power for that.
Just like trickle charging almost.
It's just it's a big battery and it works just fine. Even at 27 below zero, it works just fine. But power something that's going to have to run more often and more power. That's a whole different game.
Yeah.
This is running on like 5 watts every so often, and it only has to keep the tiny track warm.
Yeah.
And the sensors warm, and that's everything else. Figure out what
one of those smaller ones on it, well, mini PC type things.
Got to figure out what we can do with all the stuff we got. You know, where we're going to put this stuff at.
That is an interesting issue too. I think you just yank the files off the drives and put them on a thumb drive and then shove them in the new thing. I think you don't really need the most high-end CPU anymore. You just need the comparable system that works for a medium to good size GPU and a lot of RAM. A lot of RAM. Why do you need RAM? RAM is the big thing now. Fast, massive RAM. Yes. 64 gigs or more. And all this stuff's requiring way much more RAM nowadays to run.
I suppose.
Well, you need at least a terabyte SSD in it too. Yeah, we need a RAM. I'm finding that out the hard way with our gaming community now. We've switched over to a Cubase core server thing, and This thing requires a lot more RAM. And my laptop that I have only has 16 gigs of RAM in it. Well, it was causing so many crashing. And you really can't add RAM to that computer without... Oh, I wouldn't do it because of the way the motherboard is set up.
You'd have to crack the case.
Yeah, well, not opening the case is not such the big deal. Is that motherboard is inverted.
Oh no.
So you have to take it out.
No.
Hope you don't break anything in the process. Flip the sucker upside down. Put the new RAM in and then put it back together and hope you don't break anything.
Nope. Not gonna do that.
No, it's not for me.